Good evening, friends. I just kind of want to read something to you from Facebook. It's from the Custom Lightsaber Owners webpage. It's a posting from Philip Isherwood, whom I'm assuming is an administrator for Saberforge, and it reads as such. There's good news, bad news for Saberforge Eco Sabers. The good news is that 12 styles of Gen 4 Eco Sabers will be completed this month. I'm assuming that he's referring to December and not November, but maybe they will be available this month. That'd be nice. And I continue. And they will now come with 3 sound fonts. The bad news is, and I'm quoting him, this isn't coming from me, that the Trump tariffs now apply to toys and toy parts, so the price will be going up to $125. And to offset that price, they're going to offer blade deletion for people who already have blades to lower the price to $99.99. So essentially, you give up your blade and you just get a hilt, and then you get the same price that we were getting previously. I personally can live with that. I can order blades from the custom saber shop, and they're much cheaper, and I'm much happier with them anyway. So just for those of you that aren't politically minded, there's been an ongoing uh, war of a trade war going on between China and the United States. That's been basically dealt with by the current administration by raising tariffs for incoming products under the guise that somehow that's money for us. When basically what that means is that when a product comes in from China and a tariff is added to it, that's basically paid for by um, businesses on our end. So Saberforge, instead of paying, say they paid $10 for a lump of aluminum, well, now they're paying a tariff on that, which may raise that price up to $15. Um, the illusion is that somehow that extra $5 is just pure profit for our economy, but it really doesn't work that way. Any economists will tell you that then that's just kind of a fallacy. At any rate, the basic thing is the tariffs have been kind of going up and up and up and up as America raises tariffs, China matches, and then the United States raises the tariffs further, and then China raises them further. It's just an escalating. It's kind of like a Cold War of sorts, but instead of using nuclear weapons, we're using the economy as the primary delivery system for economic devastation. And there's rumors that the trade situation is being worked out, but according to the Chinese government, anything that the Trump administration says is just it's just not true. So all politics aside, that of course means that some products are being affected. One of them is electronics, and apparently now we're gonna start feeling the pinch as far as sabers go, and I'm not completely surprised by that. I kind of expected that maybe we would start noticing some price increases. Anyway, but that is to say that if you're getting sabers from other countries that are coming in, they're already pre-produced. I'm not sure, how the tariffs affect them. That it's all dependent on the country in question and whether or not we're having a trade dispute with them. China just happens to be the big one right now. That's where those sabers are coming in, and so we pay the price. So, that being said, we're getting 6 new Eco Sabers, which is nice, and they're going to be fully loaded with 3 fonts. I see, as I'm looking through the discussion, talk about RGB and things like that. So I'm not too sure what the situation is there. I'm sort of feeling like I don't even have 2 of my sabers yet, and by the time I get them, the Gen 4 versions of each of those sabers is going to be out in a matter of weeks, and so it's kind of feeling sort of like, well, I kind of wish that you had either waited to release the 6 new sabers and introduce the Gen 4s. I mean, some people a lot of people haven't even received their Gen 3s yet. So now, there's a possibility you can get a Saber has superior electronics and 3 sound fonts and possibly RGB, features. Just, that's kind of leaving me scratching my head a little bit and wondering why they would do that. But well, I know why they would do that. Money, 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 money. All right, so I'm gonna stop. That's the news for the Gen 3s. Now, I bought myself a toolkit, and this is a comprehensive toolkit for repairing electronics. And the reason why I bought that was because I acquired from Saberforge a new CoverTech wheel. This was the old CoverTech wheel. You can see it's broken. So I replaced it, and I think it was only like $6 or $7 to replace that. I just had to have like the right size Allen key, and I just wasn't getting the right size Allen key because it takes a strange metric size hex key for this. And so I just decided to go get myself a comprehensive set and just nip it in the bud. It was only $14 at Walmart, and that's a steal. That's a really good price. And this kit comes with everything that you could possibly need for fixing a cell phone or a computer, or in this instance a Saber. So that's nice, and I'll probably find some good use for that. The other thing I wanted to show you, other than the aforementioned CoverTech wheel, is this is the new style of kill key that Saberforge is offering. You've probably seen they have a flattened version that sort of has engraving on it with various designs. I had one of those, and I had it on I think I had it on, I can't remember what Saber I had on it, and that thing kind of fell apart. And when it fell apart, I ended up losing the little pin that goes into the charge port, and so that became useless to me. For my Bastion, my weathered Bastion, I have one of the standard kill keys that's sort of still round and knurled, and I really like that. I think those are really, really neat kill keys. But I have one of those on my adjudicator. Sorry, I had to come up with a name. It's my ASP, and it's a little bit hard to get that key off there. So for this one, I opted to get one of these because this
Saberforge for radio.
This is really easy. This is really easy to get it off, and aesthetically, you can kind of line it up, and it looks kind of sort of part of the design. So this is a kind of a ad for these kill keys. I think these are brilliant, and even though it said it would take 9 to 12 weeks for me to get that and that, it only took about 2 or 3 weeks, so it wasn't too bad, and I'm happy for them. So that kind of helps to make my Nova look a little bit more I don't know, a little bit less beat up. At any rate, I think I covered everything I wanted to cover in this little tiny microscopic little video that I'm throwing at you. Just some news that you might find useful. Go to the Saberforge site. Keep an eye on the Saberforge forums, and I'm sure they'll come out with news and photos soon enough and show us the goods, and we'll get to find out what's in store for us. I'm sure they've got some wonderful Sabers lined up, and I'm saving my dollars. Yeah, because the economy's doing so well. Anyway, sorry if this video was a little bit political in nature, but these are all things that everyone should be aware of. This world that we all live in, and things tend to have a causality that affects everyone in ways that you don't even know. And obviously it's affecting the Saber community, and information is power. You know what I mean?
Saberforge for radio.
And on that bombshell, I hope everybody has a wonderful week, and I will see you next time, and we will have a fun time, and then we shall stop singing because I'm sure that's driving everyone crazy. Alright, everyone. Take care now. Thanks for watching. Bye.